Hello everyone, it's day 4 here in The Secret Life of Artists. My name is Mary Petriconi and I want to welcome you. The whole intention in doing this video is to connect with the artist in you in whatever form that is. And I really like, if you watch these, for you to give feedback in what you're doing creatively in some of the responses, because somebody else might read that. You know, collectively, it's always better. You're going to have an idea. So if you have an idea of something you've done, and you can put whether it's adults, whether you're working with a 2-year-old, a 10-year-old, ask your kids to come up with ideas. Ask them. They think outside the box. They really do. They're amazing. It's an honor to be around young people because their minds are a sponge. They want to learn. They want to laugh. So, keep the feedback coming. If you have anything personally to say to me, for instance, Celeste, one of my friends, called me this morning, and the reason why I'm looking in the camera is because of Celeste. So those work better for me to talk to me because I might have questions about it. What'd you think of this? What'd you think of that? So I'm going to introduce you to a very special artist today that is no longer with us, but yesterday was a special day because it's the day that she left Earth. My friend Dawn. And she was a stained glass artist, but she was also so prolific in every area that when I first met her, we met in Las Vegas, I went to her house, everywhere you looked was made by Dawn. I don't just mean art. She made the curtains, she made the bench, she made the little cabinets under the bench. I remember her saying, yeah, and I did those cabinets under the bench, and I looked at her and I said, Dawn, I need to go home now. I was there about 30 minutes, and it was my first experience in being around someone that creative and that prolific. And I'm going to show you one of the things that she did in a minute, but I want to tell you about that. And I don't know, because I've remade these tapes so many times by either, you know, some mistake that I made, either playing with my nose or I don't know. So I wanted to talk about not allowing yourself to be discouraged when you see great art. Use it to encourage yourself. Take the steps that you need to take to do that. So I think I'll end with showing you Dawn's artwork. So in the meantime, I want to talk about that I told you in an earlier video, why you go to art class or any class is to learn technique. But I'm going to speak in art because that's what I know. Technique will never, ever take away your own personal style. So you don't have to worry about learning technique. It's just going to get you better. And I remember something that my mother said about when they did have Barnum and Bailey Circus came to town in New York, and she took us to it. And she said, you know, the clowns have to be the best athletes because they have to know it so well that they can do it wrong, that they can make those flubs. And it's true in anything. It's true in art. You know, you get nervous, like a fallacy is that artists don't make mistakes. They make plenty of mistakes. Whether they're admitting them or not to you is another thing. I admitted on the first one, I am the queen of mistakes. The only difference is, and I did this when I was a beginning artist, is the reason you have a reaction, I believe, to your mistakes is you don't know how to fix them because you don't have enough time in doing the technique to self-correct. That's why it's important to learn how to draw before you paint. Because unless you're just doing abstract and you're okay with whatever comes out, if you don't know how to draw first, you will put the paint on and go over your drawing and lose the drawing and not know how to get back. So the solution to that is you learn how to draw first. Speaking of that, I don't know that I said this, but when you go to a class, I told you about taking a class. That's the reason people take classes. You need some guidance. I heard this from the lady who wrote Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. It's almost impossible to teach yourself how to draw. Even the masters studied under somebody. So you need to go to learn technique. But if you go somewhere and you feel tense and you feel highly criticized and you don't feel safe in that environment to learn and to make mistakes, go to another studio. You need to have that rapport with the teacher. You know, there's some people that didn't click with me. So they went on, I found them another teacher that they did click with. You want to get with somebody that puts you at ease and that helps you through those steps and encourages you. You're going to have what artists call false starts. I'm looking up at the time every once in a while because I'm sticking to 10 minutes. I've been doing very well with that, which anybody that knows me knows it isn't easy. You're going to have what artists call false starts. And what we as artists learn in time is how to give it up. You know with time how to say, look, I've taken this as far as I can go. Because you're just going to add one mistake on top of it. So just know you're going to have false starts. The last thing I'm going to tell you is you're not going to love everything that you do. I am going to tell you a story that happened in graphic arts class. I fell in love with this thing I was doing to the point that I would get up in the middle of the night. It was a woman dancing in the leaves. And when it was over with, it's like closing a good book that you wish it wasn't over with. So when I went on to the next project, I didn't have that same feeling. I had the greatest teacher in there. His name was Bob. I don't remember his last name. But he looked at me with complete compassion and he said, "Oh, you thought you were going to love everything you do? No. So you're not going to love everything that you do. You're not going to fall in love with it. So we're at 10 minutes now. I want to show you Dawn's beautiful creation. She worked in stained glass. She made kaleidoscopes. Every part of this she did. Construction, cutting the stained glass, the wheels. This is a painted wheel behind there. She closed it off at the end so you don't have a problem with dust getting in. Isn't that gorgeous? I love you, Dawn. She's creating in heaven now. Bye, everybody. Have a nice day. Be good to yourself and others. Love you. Thanks for the feedback and the encouragement. I needed it.